Okay, we're going to make Beet Kvass. Beet Kvass is a fermented beverage that, as far as I can tell, originated in Eastern Europe as everybody's tonic. It's very simple. This is what you need. You need beets. You need salt. You need good water, some flavoring, garlic, ginger, onions, good salt. Now, from everything I've read, organic beets are the best because the bacteria that help with the fermentation to make it probiotic live in the skin. So you want organic beets. Now that looks like dirt, and it might be a little bit of dirt, but I've scrubbed it, and I'm going to show you. Remember, these things grow in dirt. Everybody says, I don't like beets, they're too earthy. So what do you expect? It's just rough. You're bound to have a little dirt in there. Everybody needs to eat a little dirt. All right, keep one brush for vegetables. Now, where did I put my knife? All right. Now, the other thing I forgot is what I'm going to put my compost in. Okay, here we go. I use a half-gallon jar because it takes up as much counter space as a quart jar, so I might as well make the most of my space. I hope I've got enough beets for 2 gallons. That's 4 of those half-gallon. Now, what I want, according to the best information, is roughly 1-inch cubes. And if it's a good beet, it's hard as a rock. And the first instructions that I read said 1-inch cubes. Fill it between 1/3 of the jar or 1/4 of the jar. Now, that being said, tells you it's not a hard and fast science. So don't be upset if it doesn't look like you got it exactly right. And I try to spread them out for whatever reason. Don't worry, urgent care is still open. Good beets. Now, when you figure, why go to all this trouble? It's for good reason. I don't know that you could get anything any better for your liver. Keep it healthy. It's good for your immune system. It's a probiotic, so it's good for your gut. It helps your autoimmune system. So all you have to do is acquire a taste. I've never put that in before, but I thought, why waste it? Now these are 8-cup jars. So if I want between a fourth and a third, I'm going to want the beets between the 2 and the 3 cup mark. So it does take a lot. If you were going to be exact, somebody would figure out the weight. This was supposed to be a workshop showing people how to do it, but the people that were interested have had health problems in the family and couldn't do it. So they'll just have to watch the video. Some tough beets. See, that's got a tail. Now, you can buy this stuff in different places. I priced it on Amazon. Sometimes it's $20 a pint. So it's worth going to the grocery store, paying a little extra to get organic beets, and doing this. I've been drinking this for, I can't remember exactly how long, but it's for very personal reasons. I have diverticulosis, which, as you know, is a sac that forms on your gut, and it's called diverticulosis now. When it gets infected and really causes trouble, it's called diverticulitis. I remember helping my next door neighbor in the ambulance going to the hospital for her last attack of diverticulitis. This has made all the difference in the world. Now, it takes anywhere from 3 to 5 days for this to work. And if you've never done anything with fermentation before, don't be too concerned. I've got all sorts of fancy lids that are supposed to tell me what's going on in the jar. But what I have found is after maybe 3 days, take a look at it and you'll see a little white clear bubbles forming at the top. That means it's working. Somebody's going to have to eat beets if we have as many as it looks like. Stop licking my toes. I'm up, not up to 2. Remember, this isn't an exact science. And they say you can get 2 runs off of this. In other words, once it's fermented to your liking, you can pour it off, add more salt and water, and get a second batch. I tried that once, and it was kind of puny, so I decided I'd rather just go ahead and use it once and have it be really good. First time I did this, the instructions said make 1-inch cubes. And then the question is, how many 1-inch cubes can you get out of that? So we make it up as we go along. Well, I took a ruler and measured on these. If you take a ruler, an inch is about a cup, as though we've got the graduations. Now see, this one is getting pretty close. That's the 2 mark and that's the 3 mark. I'm going to say that's about it. Now you don't want to make them too small because it'll ferment too quickly. Fermentation process makes alcohol, but usually not in this process. But if you cut them way too small, you'll get more alcohol and the fermentation process will be faster. Depending on who you ask, they'll say ferment 3 to 5 days or until it tastes like you want it. How long can you keep it? Well, it depends on who you ask. I will show you some that I forgot about. And I can't remember when I made it. But I've been drinking it, it's still good. But you have to refrigerate it. A little bit more. Let's see, I think we're all done on this one. This really is a guessing game. Okay, what do you think?
Okay.
It look pretty good?
Yeah.
All right. Now, flavor. This is a new one. I haven't tried this before. It's a red onion. Just to keep our colors. And see, 4. I'm just going to cut this into 4 slices. This looks like a pretty healthy onion. It is.
Okay.
Tell you what I'm going to do. And that's enough of that. I know I can get something out of that. Normally, I've been using just garlic, but I'm going to cut down on the garlic since I put onion in it and use just 1 good clove. I guess I could try planting that, but I've never had much luck. I want to get the flavor in there. And then we'll put some ginger in to give it a little snap. Okay, onion, garlic, ginger. Nice fresh ginger. I'm going to slice it before I try to peel it because I think it'll be easier to do. Yep. It's got lots of oil. Fermentation will take care of that.
Okay. What would happen if you left the skins on?
I don't know. I guess it's in case they've come in contact with any sort of preservative. If you buy them, we don't peel the beets, so why peel this? I'm going to try to grow some ginger this year. And everything we're adding has its own set of properties that are going to help us. Smell the ginger?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of sharp.
It's better than the onions.
All right, we're going to stop with this. I'm beginning to feel the ginger in my eyes.
Oh.
It's all right. There. Now, salt. Sea salt, sea salt. They all say no iodide. One of these days, I'm going to do a YouTube explaining why we have iodized salt. Now I want 2 tablespoons, sort of. And I haven't figured out how critical it is whether it's level or not. And then I'm going to fill it up with something other than city water. And now there's nothing much to do but wait. Now, the total cost of these 4 half gallons is $3.49 for, and I'm telling you for each half gallon, $3.49 for the beets, maybe 40 cents for the ginger, and garlic and onion, I don't know, not much. And the water is $1.29 per bottle. So I've got what? Less than $5 for a half gallon. But go ahead and go mail order and pay $20 a pound. And I'm filling it up because I don't want a lot of airspace. Now I'll just put a simple canning cap on it, put it on the end of the counter, and wait at least 3 days before I even look at it. This is Beet Kvass. I can't remember how long it's been in the refrigerator, but look at the color. Can't even see through it. And when the beets come out, they still have color. Okay, that's how you make Beet Kvass. Learn to like it. It's worth it. Thanks for watching. You still want some supper? All right, girl. You want some? Come on. You're going to wait and see what we have.
All of that fussing.
She's